Just to hear me and enjoy the show.
Yes. Matador, you know what time it is now, don't you?
I think I remembered.
I don't know if you did or not.
Okay.
You are the Matador.
Ansiosa, espera el Matador.
Yes. It's time for the Matador. The live drive jive at 5. Matador, it's 5:04 p.m. Everybody's getting ready to head on home on a beautiful horoscope hump day. And it's time for us to try to call some people. You know what I thought we ought to do is, remember, have you met the lovely lady next door at the bistro we were talking about earlier from 5 to 6? So for the next 56 minutes, you can get $2 martinis at the Bald Headed Bistro.
Boy, it's a good day, too.
But you know, they got a new catering manager over there that specializes in wines. Have you talked to her yet? Michelle?
In wine?
Yeah, she's
Yes,
she pairs
Michelle.
the wines.
Yes.
And I know you're a fine wine, and I thought maybe you could ask her what would be the best wine to use if you're going to try to do that enema. Where are you going, Sammy Davis?
Oh, you just have ways of really being a pain on me. What's next, bro?
Well, I don't know why you weren't listening to what I was just talking about.
You're talking about Michelle. She's a fine glass of wine herself.
Yeah, well, I thought we'd call her. Let's call her and ask her what would be the best wine for your first time to try a wine enema.
Okay.
Since she is the wine connoisseur at the Bald Headed Bistro.
Are you being serious about this wine enema?
Yeah, I've got the big douchebag at home I'm going to bring with me, and we're going to
You are so bizarre.
We can hook it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
See, that way we could do it in here, and you don't even have, while you're talking, you're not having to drink.
You don't seem like the kind of person that would put a ring in your nose and a bolt in your ear.
I'm not going to.
Oh, well, I didn't think you was, but
Let's
you
see
sure
if
sound
Michelle
like...
Powers is in. Just tell her you saw this big article in the Inside Scoop in the Chattanooga.
Thank you for calling the Bald Headed Bistro. This is Ashley. How may I help you?
Hello, Ashley.
How you doing, honey?
Yeah, you doing,
I'm good. How are
baby?
you?
How you doing?
All right. Is Michelle anywhere around the house?
Let me try to see. One moment.
Proud to offer our private room.
They're like, oh man, the brothers are calling Michelle.
Yeah, she's fine, though, man.
You know how the brothers are? They like them like that.
70 guests.
Yeah, you know, I like them any kind of way.
Like them that.
Perfect.
Fried, boiled.
For more
baked.
information,
If she answers, ask her about
sales and marketing manager
You wanna
will be
know-
more than happy to speak with you about booking one of our
which one is the best wine for your first time using a wine.
Well, that would be good.
Like
Pig
them-
feet and
Yeah.
over pig feet
Yeah.
dinner and a glass of wine.
Stick it.
Hello, this is Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, this is the Matador over to the Root radio station.
Hey, Matador.
Yes, ma'am, and we're calling you to see if you can give us an additive on some of these great wines that you got going on.
Oh, I'm sure I can.
For a person who has never don't know much about wine, and he wanted to take his wife or somebody out and have just a little plain glass of wine for the very first time, what would you recommend? Because the person that he's with, she likes a wine that's kind of sweet.
I would highly recommend. We have the Allure Moscato right now, and it is sweet, and it's really light and fruity, and it has some bubbles in it. So
Oh, like champagne?
it kind of is like champagne.
Wow.
And it would definitely impress your ladies.
It'll give you little bubble bubbles.
Yes, you're going to have a little bit of the bubbles in it, and it's really sweet like a Riesling would be, and it's really light and fruity.
Fruity. Boy, that sounds very good after you've ate some of those baseball-sized shrimps and salad.
Yeah, it would definitely pair well, and there's nothing like having a glass of champagne in your hand.
Now, is this affordable cost, within a $35 radius?
Absolutely.
That's what I
believe that our Moscato, we do by the glass, and I believe that it's under $9.
Okay.
Fact.
That's affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the Martini and Rossi. The Asti is $8.
Say yes.
Yes. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Well, I have my home skillet here with me, FRO Daddy USA. Is it anything you'd like to ask?
Yeah, Michelle, how are you doing? It's FRO
Good,
Daddy.
how are you?
We're live on the air here next door. I've been wanting to get you to come over and talk to the Matador about his pairings for his type food, which is different, of course, than what the bistro is used to serving. Like instead of, pan-seared, encrusted lamb chops, he might have, for example, some chitlins tossed over some linguine with a rib.
Yes.
Right.
And it's hard for us to tell him what kind of wine. Now, we had some Whoop wine out here, but he didn't care for that.
He didn't like the Whoop wine.
And I thought maybe an MD 2020
Yes.
or possibly a Boone's Farm strawberry.
Right.
let's-
I don't really think I have any of that, but I bet you that Matador would really like some Moscato. In
And
fact,
you've
maybe
talked
one
me
of
into
these
it.
days-
What about Hypnotic?
Leave her
Oh,
alone.
yeah,
I'm talking
I do
to her,
have
FRO Daddy.
Hypnotic.
Okay, hypnotic.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. Well, let's go back to this Serenado that you was talking about. Now, the one that you recommend me, I want to make sure that I use that if I can learn to write the name down.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Allure, Allure, and then Moscato is Moscato.
That is beautiful.
Okay, he's got that down.
Allure. Mosquito.
We were curious. I don't know if you guys are set up to do it or not, but there's some sort of new thing I think it's called butt chugging, and they started up in Knoxville.
But before you get into the blue notes, for instance, if I was going home and my wife had already cooked some spaghetti, could I get me a pint of that to take home?
A pint?
I mean a fifth.
No, wine's done in liters.
Well, could I get me a liter to take home?
You could. The Tennessee liquor laws is that you come in and you at least drink 2 ounces of the wine that you are taking home, and then we can recork it for you, and then you can take it home.
So in other words, if I drank me 2 glasses out of it and then leave.
You can drink
2 ounces.
You can drink yourself a half a glass.
And then he could.
Well, I might not leave then. So.
Yeah,
See,
we don't need you drinking 2 glasses and driving home.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the problem, Michelle. That's getting me
Right,
back
Michelle.
to. It's getting me back to my question about.
Okay, go ahead. You got it, Fro.
People that partake in things such as wine enemas, because he rides a bicycle and it'd be hard for him to drink that bottle on the way home. But if he had a backpack with an enema in it, already wired, could y'all pour in what's left of his bottle into that little backpack for him on his bicycle?
I'm glad you know that I got a Mangati.
Yeah, that would be a good. Unfortunately, the Tennessee laws state that you cannot be within reaching distance.
Well, see, but the cops,
Otherwise, you would get a drinking and bicycling.
no, here's the thing, though.
That's
They
just
won't
for the
know
sport.
they're not going to know to check for his cable.
Now, I
His
want you to
tube.
stay away from my table when me and my wife come in there.
Not
You,
I didn't say table. I said your cable, your tube that comes out of the enema bag down your back and into your pants.
Yeah.
I surrender.
Did you hear about the Pikes up in Knoxville that got the kid had to go to the hospital because he put too much wine in his enema?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was a 5 point instead of 0.08 or 0.8 on the he was almost 5 times the legal limit in Tennessee. Drunk. He was 5 point something.
Because they put it.
And it's
Because it goes straight to your bloodstream that way. Oh
Well-
my goodness.
Well, but
Oh, you
here's the
should've
point.
never said
here's
that.
here's what I'm trying to say, the Matador, because the good thing is if you get pulled over, you don't have liquor on your breath, and hopefully
Right.
the cop doesn't sniff anything else to
So
try
you're
to
going to say more people are going to turn over to getting smashed upside down.
right, and you can still talk, and you're not full, and you don't belch, and I'm just wondering because apparently it's the new thing with the kids that are coming out of college. I thought maybe the bistro should be prepared for that,
Oh my goodness.
especially the higher income type families that are coming into this.
Well, here at the bistro, we like to enjoy our wine the regular way.
Yep. It's I like the one with the champagne in it.
Well, I recommended Matador do like maybe a 40 of some maybe a Magnum or a Bud Light Platinum.
No, it's based on your weight. See, if I drink anything like that, as little as I am, it's going to get me smashed.
Well, you wouldn't drink it; you'd trickle it in like they did you at the hospital with your drip, your IV drip.
Yeah.
But it drips through your buttock.
Oh, goodness.
You are
Oh,
one
my
disturbed.
So there's no
child.
special room or anything yet at the bistro to do that.
I hope, that they're really not spending super high amounts of money on that alcohol that they're dripping.
Well, no, you'd want to get the cheaper wine.
Maybe that's what they're using the Mad Dog 2020 and the Boone's Horn for.
But that's for bowel movements.
But you do the more you get into this though, and if you throw up, you'd want the better tasting wine at that point.
Oh, but you wouldn't have ever ingested it.
No, but on the way out, you would still get a little bit of taste on your taste buds.
Is that what they're saying?
Sure.
And I don't
Speaking
think
of
I
that-
want any ice in my wine when I get me some. When I
No,
bring my
that
wine.
would cool your core down too much.
No, you'll get more if you don't put ice on it.
Speaking of that, you don't have any chocolate wine over there, do you?
Oh, man, no.
No chocolate wine.
Harley Jim brought Matador some chocolate wine in here in 3 cups, and we were going to shoot it in his honor, and he took it home and drank it by himself.
Oh, I'll tell you what it did. He gave
It's
you
like
diarrhea.
alcoholic yoo-hoo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gave me a bad case of diarrhea is what it did.
Well, that's what we're working towards.
No, y'all giving me all this stuff. It's probably what's wrong with me now, where y'all done gave me something far out. Okay.
Well, Michelle, we'll let you go. We just thought we would check in and see if you had any recommended wines to use. If we were going, I'm trying to hook the Matador up tomorrow so he can talk on the radio, but still enjoy his wine and not get full.
Right.
Plus, he could utilize that same apparatus on the way home on his bicycle, and if he gets pulled over, he has no alcohol in his breath.
Uh-huh.
And there's not going to think to check in your backpack for a tube going down your back and into your pants.
Yeah, I'm not going to condone the other way. I like a really nice, high-end Cabernet to sit and enjoy over
Right.
friends.
Yeah, we're looking more of a low end.
Okay.
But, Matador, I think you should come in and at least taste the Moscato.
You've talked me into it, so you can expect that maybe tomorrow. All is willing and the creek doesn't
He
rise.
might be over there at 6:05.
I could get that and get me a little pizza and have me a glass of wine.
There you go.
Okay.
Pizza and wine.
Michelle, you're one of the kind, and you have a disposition to go with it. And I'm going to look forward to coming over and sitting with you guys and being myself.
So good.
Hey,
good,
and-
good.
and
Well,
don't
I
forget-
will talk to you gentlemen later then.
And
Don't forget,
thank you.
Friday at about 4:30, we're drinking a
days
liter of Sprite and eating 2 bananas, and everybody that does it with me gets a free new long sleeve T-shirt. So I thought if you have any palate cleansing leftovers, about 5 o'clock, you could wander over here and we could let Matador sample some. You know, some of the richer people that don't drink their whole bottle. And I'm sure your waitstaff throws it away.
You're going to get used to knives. You just keep on messing with it.
I'm gonna get euthanized.
How do you pronounce it? Euthanized?
Uh-huh.
That's where they amputate your head.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Everybody,
guys.
come out to the Bald Headed Bistro. There's only 43 minutes left of $2 martinis, and get you a glass of wine and ask for Michelle.
And you can meet some new people there for Clevelanders who's just listening to our Fort radio station. You can meet some nice people down into the bistro. So come introduce yourself to some people who knows and loves people. The Bald Headed Bistro.
Bye bye, Michelle.
All right. Talk to you later,
Come see
guys.
us and bring us a sample.
Okay, I will. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye bye.
Boy, that
Did you say
pizza
our
sound
fart
good.
radio station?
No, I said that I can smell that pizza all the way through the microphone.
It's not a pizza. That's
He's
that's
back.
your breath on your phone piece.
He's back. Just wait till I come back. I'm going to do cartwheels all up and down this hallway.
What do you mean you're back?
Wait till I make it back 100%.
Oh, what are you right now? About
Are
40?
you serious? I'm just barely at 36. I'm faking it well.
So you're about 30 to 40% right now?
Yes, is anything wrong with that home skillet?
No, did it?
Alrighty.
Well, let's see what's going on the internet. Anybody looking for us out there?
I'll just wait till I get me a good old plate of food in my little belly.
I didn't know if you could eat normal food yet, can you, Matador?
Well, I tell you, I've been eating like a little, what do you call those, amphibian.
You've been eating like a warthog since I've known you.
Yeah, but God, when you don't eat for 2 days, you're living on little kitty food, you don't have the strength to do much.
Hey, Matador, you know how we
Yes.
have the, today is Wednesday.
Hey, man, it's the 26th.
Yeah, September 26th. Boy, it's hard to believe it's almost October.
Oh, and just think it won't be long, and we're going to have the Christmas, and it's going to be right around the corner.
Are we going to get some moonshine and ride those jackasses again?
Not this time. This year I said I was going to act like I was civilized.
Okay, I guess.
Okay.
Hey, it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays, Dr. Christopher Chase, plastic surgeon from Chattanooga. Of course, he's from Cleveland. His family is from here. And remember Dean Chase and June Chase and Chase Appliance? Well, that's their son, Christopher. And anyway, he went through and became a plastic surgeon years ago and opened his own practice down in Chattanooga. And he wants to come back and service his hometown. A lot of his patients come all the way to Chattanooga, and so he does a thing on Wednesdays where he comes up here and has his own office here, and he can perform certain office procedures here in the Cleveland area. And
one-day procedures.
Yeah, usually they just do it for about a whole day.
That's just like some people, they have a knot on the side of their head or the one on their nose, and it's an ugly thing.
Big old wart.
You know, it could
molly.
be caused for, I don't know the names of medically. But you know what I mean? You're too beautiful of a person just to let that knot be there.
You talking to me?
Go ahead to one of these one-day surgeries. Don't be ashamed. It's your body, your face. Go ahead and have that ugly thing cut off. And for some of these people who's got one tooth hanging, you'll find out that food is going to, excuse me, it's going to taste so much better once you get that thing hanging in your gum. Get it off. You ain't got them, two of them left, and they ain't worth a quarter. If you go ahead and have them snatched out and get you some dentures, ooh, the food is going to taste so much better. Yes. So take it from me. Take care of yourself.
I don't know.
Take a good look at yourself.
I don't think he does dental surgery, but I'm sure he would recommend a good dental surgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've already got yours, so you're okay.
Yeah. So I'm waiting to get my ears done next. And then I'm going to have my eyes euthanated. Scanned and cleaned. I'm going to have me a whole new head with that before I go to the other side.
Well, why don't you go see Dr. Chase next Wednesday when he's in town and see what all he can do for that big thing on your head?
That's my head you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
I didn't realize that.
All right.
I thought that was your neck.
That was weird. That's my head you're talking about. Right.
Well, listen, as you know, Dr. Chase is in Cleveland on Wednesdays, and he meets every folks up here just for checking you out. And if you just need a minor thing like the old, a lot of these women do that lip stuff where they inject you with that stuff, and then they do the facial stuff, and they do the little boob check and remove a wart or fix your finger where it's messed up, or maybe your earlobe, one hanging low. You got one hanging lower than the other one?
I don't know.
Talking about your earlobe. I
don't have any earlobes. It's all built together.
Well, see, he could add
like
those.
A catfish.
See, he could take skin off your buttock and then and a rib, and he would create that because he's an artist. And he would create that earlobe to look normal. But now it might be white. Like
you talking about the one where I got snatched off by a screen door?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be.
But see, a lot of that now the donor could be a white person. So you might have a little calico look there to your head.
What do you mean?
A little white ear and then one black ear.
You really need to have a long talk with Dr.
Or you could, or maybe a Oriental or something might match a little better with you.
Yeah. You are you ain't right.
But he would he does that with your own skin. He would take it off your buttock or something.
Now that would be neat. I could have me two Caucasian cheeks.
And then he could remove that thing off your head.
Or maybe one Caucasian ear and one Latino ear.
He might check to see if you might need a steel plate too to cover that.
Maybe
spot.
I could get mad at the world and have me my extension to my conhensions.
I don't know if he does. Said he might be able to do that for you.
Well, I always had one about 4 foot long. I'm gonna whoop the world with it. Okay, next page.
I am not your father.
So that boy ain't right. I mean, all sorts of things that you can get done. Like that boy who has that one tooth hanging, and he eats with it, and then he takes and put it right back in his mouth.
Doesn't that hurt?
No, it don't bother you. But I've been telling him for years, you need to get that snatched out and get you a nice set of dentures. You're a handsome man, but yet you rather have that one tooth.
Maybe he should dress like that for Halloween.
You don't need no mask.
Or not wear his dentures.
He won't need a mask, I guarantee. I wonder what were they thinking.
Well, you know what we do at this point on Wednesdays, we talk about Dr. Chase has questions that are asked him, and our listeners are welcome to send in questions for free of charge, and he'll give you answers free of charge, and he'll also see you here in his office for a free consultation here in Cleveland. So all my Clevelanders, now this is for everybody. This isn't for women just having boob jobs and liposuction, all that. He does all that, but it's also for guys that have a maybe they have something they want to fix. I know a guy that went in and had his chin, the meat under your chin. You get that little Google neck.
Where it was hanging.
Like when you turn real quick. What'd you say? And it goes. Flop, 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 flop.
Oh, yeah, he needs
like
some
a
help.
turkey.
Right.
And he went and had that lipo sucked out or whatever they did.
And,
looks like a new gentleman.
Well, you'd be surprised at people that has those.
And also problems like, say you had a
double
dog bite.
chins and
Kids that get a dog bite when they're little and their ear was torn or their nose is torn up right here on the end.
Oh,
The little
my
girls.
Lord, is that right?
Or a little girl has a scar from a dog bite or a, this is Breast Awareness Month, isn't it, coming up in October, but we'll talk about more of that later. But any kind of scars or problems or just things that you're born with, like some people have an eyelid that's, not there. You know what I mean? It's like solid here, like a Chinese girl, and he can take it. He could do them both look like Chinese.
It's amazing that art that those doctors can do.
Yeah, but he does everything. Works on girls and guys. But anyway, all right, here's the question of the week on Appearance Matters, our article that we hit every Wednesday. We ask Dr. Livingston the question, and then we give Dr. Chase's answer as well. So we get to hear the question that was sent in to Dr. Chase. We get Dr. Livingston's answer, and then we'll read the real answer that Dr. Chase answered, okay?
Alrighty.
Is Dr. Livingston available?
Yes, I am.
Dr. Livingston.
Yes.
Why are some doctors cheaper than others for cosmetic surgery? Why are some doctors cheaper than others when you have cosmetic surgery done? I mean, like the other day, for example, that guy,
cheaper?
He did that butt implant for that girl. Of course, she died, but it was like probably $40. I think they used Fix-A-Flat and some granite.
Yeah, that was awful, and I think she faded away behind that,
Yeah,
too.
she died within an hour.
Wow.
Why are some doctors cheaper than others for cosmetic surgery? Go ahead there, Dr. Lee.
Well, I could look at that in 4 directions, but I'm going to look right at the heart of the matter and be just logical as I possibly can. One reason this guy's wanting to charge less is to show how good a job that he's doing, and most of the people that he did was quite impressed by the work that he did. And maybe let's call it he's trying to practice. I mean, he's going to show you that he can do it. He didn't charge you a whole lot, but a couple of years later on down the road, this boy's going to charge you an arm and a leg to have it done. He didn't charge you that much this time to have it done, but he was going to let you see for yourself how good a job he could do. Okay.
So what you're saying is it's like bait and switch. It's like, okay, you want two boob job. You want your boobs done. Okay, I'll do one for $100.
No, he did both of them for the same, for a price that was cheaper than another doctor.
Okay.
That's what you meant, wasn't it?
Yeah. Why are some doctors cheaper than others?
Well, I just told you because they want to.
He's just wanting to show how good a job he does.
Yeah, he's wanting you to see what a good job.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And then I'll catch you later on down the road. It's my time, homie. Up it. Okay.
Yeah. So he doesn't. He may not do it really good, but he does it quick and cheap.
No, well, the guy that I picked out, the one that wants to don't want to charge your arm and a leg, he went and fixed that girl up real nice. She had 2 implants, and they were beautiful. The doctor that I chose, the one that didn't want to charge her arm and a leg, he just wanted to show you how good he was at that sport.
You got a boob job?
No, I know a girl did have one, and they were pretty. And hers was.
Is that the one that stole your chainsaw?
No, a friend of mine, which is a friend of Spangelica. She had them great big rhinoceros kind of boobs.
Like Spangelica.
Yeah, and she had to reduce them. They cut all of that meat out from under them, and they took out like 20 or 30-something pounds.
I bet y'all barbecued
and
that.
out of each one of those boobs. That's a lot.
Did you barbecue it?
Oh, you crazy? No. Anyway, and you can't even tell where she's had no cuts.
See, we could have sold that fat to Dr. Chase. He probably could have used that for collagen injections, I bet.
Well, we use that for kids that are what you call they can't eat much. Not obesity, but for anorexia.
Oh, so you feed them some of that boob fat.
Yes, but they have to be of the same origin or make them sick. But
so
anyway,
they got to be Negro.
Well, if that child that wants to get anorexia want to get fat, he's gonna have to have that. So, okay, where we at?
All right. So, why are some doctors cheaper than others for cosmetic surgery? You're saying it's because they just want to show how good of a job they can do, and that they're cheap, and that way they'll somehow come back.
That name's gonna be planted. Hey, this guy don't charge you an arm and a leg. He's just gonna charge you an arm. and it's really worth it. Let's go see what this guy can do.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Dr. Chase says. Why are some doctors cheaper than others for cosmetic surgery? Dr. Chase says, when it comes to pricing for cosmetic surgery procedures, there are 4 major components: the surgeon's fee, the anesthesia fee, the facility fee, and the cost of any supplies such as breast implants.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the 4 directions.
Surgeons set their own fees, as there are no standard fee schedules that have to be followed. The surgeon's fees are determined by several factors, in particular the expertise and experience of the surgeon and the demand for the surgeon in the procedure.
Expertise.
Real plastic surgeons are highly trained specialists that are compensated based on their extensive training and qualifications, i.e., you get what you pay for.
Hey, brother.
And I'm sure one of your friend's boobs will probably fall off or get gangrene here in the next year or 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, them boobs ain't got a wrinkle in them. They just as smooth as silk.
Well, I'm sure if you pump it up with air, it'd be the same thing.
Well, I don't know. They don't bother her anymore. She walks straight up.
Well, that's good that she can walk again.
You know, it messed with her back. Her boobs were so big that she couldn't even. She had backaches all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the doctor recommended her to take that XX weight out in front to where she could stabilize herself in the back. She was leaning over really bad. And then when she got those things reduced, she could stand upright. Beautiful physique, because she went to the doctor and had it taken care of. Don't be afraid of your doctor. The doctor's there to help you. And don't forget, you have to pay him, but you can set your own pace. You can't give the doctor your whole paycheck. You can give him a portion of it.
Here's how Dr. Chase would answer. You're going with the cheapest guy, like getting your car fixed.
Well, your skin's awful bright. What's the matter with you?
Remember, when it comes to cosmetic plastic surgery, the most important decision is the doctor you choose.
Mm-hmm.
Patients may pay less on the front end with a lesser qualified doctor, but they will end up paying more in the long run in the form of poor result and cost of revisional surgery. He tells me all the time that he gets people that come in there and say, well, you recommended so-and-so to me, and they came by here for a visit, but then they went to another doctor, I guess, because I never heard from them. He said then about a year ago, and then about 2 months ago, they came back in, and they said, Dr. Chase, can you fix this?
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, now it's going to be very costly because now I got to go repair what the other doctor screwed up. So if you go to the guy first, it's like going to a car dealer. Remember the old shade tree car mechanic?
Is that the okay? Yeah,
yeah, man, I can fix that car for $10.
And
yeah. And then you give him. He said, but can you give me $5 now? Because I got to go to the store and get a 40, and then I'll come back and I'll fix your car, and then you give me $5. All right. Then
I can fix it.
Here's $5.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that guy never showed back up, so that cost me $5.
All
then you
right.
got the other guy said, I can do it for $25. Do I need to give him money? No, man, my word. Give me your car. I'll take it down and get it work. I'll bring it back. Well, hell, I never saw my car again.
That's
See, you got guys. You go in and say, hey, man, I got my transmission out, and man, it's well, hell, it's gonna be $3,500. We'll send a tow truck. We'll have it hauled down. We'll fix it. I'll call you. Come get it. Okay, and you get there and it's $3,500, and you go, man, that's an arm and a leg. But the car started, and you drive it home, and it lasts for 5 more years.
Okay.
So you get the right doctor, you get the right mechanic,
Right.
and you will not pay out the ass in the long run.
Well, your mother and your father raised you better than that, which is a good thing. But I'm telling you,
I don't have any idea what you're talking
get
about.
that other head off of your side of your head removed, and you'll feel better.
I was born like that.
Okay.
Hey, Matador, what's this? Is this this Pike House? This thing about we were talking about the guy that put enema in his butt, had to go to the hospital.
All right.
I thought we ought to call. Let's call that Pike House, Knoxville. It's the Pi Kappa Alpha House up in Knoxville, and let's just call to say, hey, we're just calling to wish that boy's okay. How is he? And and by the and then ask them when they're going to have their next party, if we would be invited. We'd like to come watch how you do those wine enemas. Okay,
That's really
let's
good
call them up and ask them.
Rectified here.
Now this is a fraternity up in Knoxville. It's one of those you walk by every day when you go over there by Stokely Athletic Center.
And they have an ice cream parlor right beside it.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Now these are the pikes. They call them the pikes, like the fish pike.
Okay.
So let's see if we can talk to the brothers. And see
Well,
how
have
it's
you
doing.
ever had one of those beautiful jacks? I mean, a pike like that?
Yeah.
I heard they had a lot of bones in them, and they would.
We're sorry.
They're
You have
hard
reached
on
the
it, bro.
number that has been disconnected.
Uh-oh. Let me make sure I dialed it right. That's Knoxville 865.
Denim. Wearing denim.
I saw this number 3 different times, Matador. This has to be the right number. Of course, you were scrambling my brain while you're rattling while I'm trying to dial.
Man, I hadn't said one word, so you just got to mess
You were
with me.
talking though. Well, hell, we'll call that. We'll try to look it up and call it again tomorrow, Matador. We got to call and see if we can get invited. Now I know they've surely didn't cut their phone off in 24 hours, but I know they've been put on a 30-day suspension, Matador. So they're probably having a little trouble answering their phone.
Subliminal.
Yeah, FRO Daddy, you're live.
Hey, FRO Daddy.
Hey, now, Durs.
How you doing, buddy?
Is that Durs?
I'm just enjoying my enema.
Well, you know, brother.
Well, I got some bad news.
Let's hear it.
What happened, Durs?
Last night, this boy lives here downstairs.
Uh-huh.
He was about, I think, around 27 or 28. His grandmother come over, to pick him up,
Uh-huh.
and he never did answer the door. And well, anyway, the manager went in, and he had hung himself.
Oh.
Ooh,
And he was
20-something years old.
27. Yeah, had his whole life ahead of him.
Hmm.
And then there's one, he fell right there in front of the elevator, and he didn't catch himself or anything. He went straight backwards and hit his head, and he was in pretty bad shape. And it's been real busy up here practically all after.
Always something going on at the summit.
Ain't that the truth?
My
And,
Lord.
but anyway, he went in the bathroom, and when the manager went in, there he hung. He hung himself.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, and well, see, he was real quiet, and he very seldom came out. And when he did, he'd smoke a cigarette, and he'd go back in his apartment. And he was a loner. He just kind of stayed to himself, and
Well,
he must have had something real bad on his mind. I guess.
something heavy on his mind.
Yeah, or either that or he was out of toilet paper.
Yeah. Well, how you been doing, Brother Durst? You had any operations or anything lately?
No, I've been back in the hospital though. They rushed me back and forth, and sitting in here one day last week, my nurse was here, and I felt real bad, like I want to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I told her name was Sydney, and I told her, Sydney, I said, I feel real bad. I said, I'm weak, and she took one look at me, and she said, you're pale as a ghost. I said,
Uh-oh.
I'm calling an ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and they rushed me up there. Basically, what it was is my blood pressure shot up real high again.
Mm.
And but anyway, they got me stable and everything, so sent me back home.
So
Boy,
you're at the summit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You didn't see the Matador up there at Sky Ridge, did you?
No, huh?
I had this great big room all to myself.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, some of these rooms are nice. They got one bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
But my room is just one room, Of course, I got my bath and shower and everything, but so I'm right on the very end, just above the dumpster,
Mm-hmm.
and I got my sweetheart over here looking out the window down towards the traffic light.
Is she 14?
Yeah, keep an eye on that traffic light.
She got her Harley outfit on.
No, she got a black outfit, and but anyway, you're coming up from 5 Point, and that light catches you down there. All you got to do is just glance up, and you'll see her up here looking out the window.
Oh,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just start yelling Durst when I go by there.
Durst!
Yeah, but a lot of people like it. I get a lot of laughs out of it, and some people won't even come in here because it's so spooky looking. So.
Well, it's getting more and more people up there, if I'm not
That place
mistaken.
is haunted.
It is a lot of people moving in there.
Well, believe it or not, Matador, out there at the back, since you mentioned that, there's a picture on the left or on the wall, just as you come through the door of the summit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look very closely in the left-hand corner of that picture, and it's a front shot of the summit out here on Inman Street, this was taken a long time ago back.
Back when it was the Cherokee.
Yeah. And they say this place is haunted, and you can actually see a figure of a woman in white standing in that picture down there. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
you can make her out.
There used to be a lot of them running around.
Well,
We had one in red, one in white.
One in black.
Yeah, I ain't seen the black one yet.
Well, if we had an old boy paint a picture down there of the summit now, from the museum center this way, you'd be in it.
Yeah.
Looking out the window.
I sure would. I just when he's painted, we're going to be there, blah, blah, blah. And, we're in the window next to my sweetheart. So.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, they say that this place is haunted. That strange things happen around here occasionally.
Just make sure if you fall out the window that there's a lot of trash in the dumpster.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to say feet start moving me now.
Hey,
I can move on. I can run out that door and they turn around.
I hear that.
Say, you all doing okay?
Well, Durst, we take it day by day.
Yeah, well, that's good. I still sit and listen to you. So.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to back on right here. I just thought I'd call and let you know about that hanging. And, yeah, he hung himself last night. And they found him today. So.
Well,
When did old boy hit his head?
How long has he been in the house before somebody came? A week or so?
No, he was still alive yesterday, and then last night, when he hung himself. He hadn't been in there but a few hours.
Okay.
Found him this morning, so I'd say last night till this morning, that's when they found him. And this, best I can remember now, a long time ago back, that somebody committed suicide here at this place. Yeah.
Yes, there's been quite a few lives to come out of that place that's been taken.
Oh, yeah, they take them out. I will say this about this place, and I'll let you go. I would advise if anybody out there is listening is thinking about renting here, please don't, because this is one of the most depressing places. And eventually it'll get to you. It really will. And that right there is a prime example of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right. I'll see why Ella broke camp to get away from there.
Well, okay, I'll let you all go now.
All right.
Take care.
All right,
All right.
Durst.
Heads up, Durst.
Heads up. Loose horse.
Bye-bye.
There was our third of September.
That day I'll always remember.
Reverend.
Huh?
Home proof.
What's that?
Oh, I was just thinking loud. Go ahead.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, what you got there, homie?
Well, I've got this. I was going to call. I forgot. We should have called this turkey shoot. They never did call us back, did they? About the Taylor River 10 turkey shoot on Saturday.
They didn't.
Every Saturday, and Matador was wanting to go. I told them they greasy.
I got two of these on.
Well, that's what happens when you throw them up on that damn thing I told you not to throw them up on.
That's what happens when you're in pain sometimes. You forget things.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, by God, you want to borrow.
Matador, I thought it'd be nice for you to take horse riding lessons.
Man, if I fall off a horse now, I would break a rib. Are you
Well,
crazy?
no, they're tame. They're like for little kids could go out and learn how to ride.
Well, they get kind of hostile with them little creatures.
Now they see you grievous in pain and show that fear in your eye, they will stomp you down, though. Anyway, I thought we'd call this place that says you can get a horseback riding lessons, $35 an hour, children and adults.
Well, bless your heart.
And so let's call and see if you can talk to him about riding this horse. Tell him you got to practice up for the Christmas parade because I think they're going to let you drive one of those cash deals, those big old horses. What are you trying to figure out how much you can buy with that money for candy?
No, I'm out of carnivorous.
You're out of meat?
Yes.
What kind of meat you going to get, chili?
Oh, spam. I'm a spam error.
I asked you if you want me to bring you some spam and mustard and crackers up to the hospital, and you're like, no.
You can eat that if you don't. I can eat it when I don't have an appetite. That's the only thing I could jump on and eat it
What
anytime.
about souse meat? I thought you liked souse meat better.
Nah. Spam can go down anywhere. I don't know, just something about me and spam.
Spam is like the prostitute of meat.
I don't know. I call it a horror of meat.
Now, why is that?
Well, because
'Cause everybody likes it and it's easy to open.
yeah, it's no
It's cheap.
charge. Just eat.
Eat.
Yes.
All right, this is for horseback riding, Matador. You saw an ad for training, learn how to ride a horse. You want to learn so you can be ready to ride you got to ride a Clydesdale in the Christmas.
Rise and ring back tone while your party is reached.
You got to ride a
I'm gonna
Clydesdale.
breed one of them. I mean, breeze. real fast when
You're
them
gonna ride
Clydesdales.
You're gonna ride a Clydesdale or Cashdale in the Christmas parade.
We'll see how fast they can get one of them to go. They can't move that fast, you know it.
Chase down those little brain damaged children, and they run out to get candy.
Yeah, you can't throw candy anymore. You know that it's abolished.
Seems like we threw quite a bit.
Well, because we ain't wrapped too tight. That's exactly what. Okay.
Hi, Vera.
Hello.
Daddy can't come to the phone right now.
Hello.
Please leave a message.
Hello.
That's a beep.
Okay, children. Hey, ma'am, is it any way possible that you could give us a call? And we want to multitude some words here about this, the categories that you...
I've got a little retarded friend. He wants to learn how to ride a horse. If you could help us out, give us a call back, 614-5553. 614-5553. We'll be here till 6 o'clock today. If you miss us today, call back after 3 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks. That's the Matador.
All right.
What did you do? You lost your wind in your windpipe.
Yeah, I slipped up on that one.
You laughed. All of a sudden, I turned around, you were in the floor.
You can't laugh at these. They'll put you in strive real quick. Ow.
Hey, Matador, have you ever been to those river corn maze things they have for some reason in the fall? These guys mow their corn down, I guess because they can't sell it and make any money, so they mow like a rat maze, and they let people in there. And then you got to walk through it, and get to the other end. I don't know why people do it, but it's always hot as hell. And anyway, they have one every year up here on the up off 64 Highway. I believe that's where this one is. Anyway, it's called the River Maze.
Oh, okay.
On Highway 64,
And this goes on every October.
Well, it goes on I guess Fridays and Saturdays. It's on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all the way now through Halloween, I guess. Anyway, let's call them and see if we can get you up there. They have what they call a potato gun. They have pumpkin chunking. See who can shoot the pumpkin the furthest.
Well, it's about time for pumpkins to come on out of that thing, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, it rained a lot, so it should be some big old healthy pretty pumpkins this year with all the rain we had, and dry as it was. But when rain hits one of them babies, they really expand. So I think we'll have this will be the best year of beautiful pumpkins and big pumpkins that we had in a while.
This guy's name is Mr. Fetzer. If I'm not mistaken, they have... my niece took her girls up there a couple years ago, and they have a thing where you can go pick out your own pumpkin, for Halloween. So maybe we'll ask them about our pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
We need to trade out, see if somebody will come give us a pumpkin for the whoop, and we'll let them talk about their pumpkin farm. FRO Daddy, you're live.
Hey, this is Chuck from Georgetown.
Hey, Chuck from Georgetown.
I wish Matador. I'm glad he's back.
All right, it's glad to be back, even though the pain and the heartaches are going to follow me wherever I go. But I try to have my feelings, and they always seem to show. But that's all right. It goes with the pain that we have to endure sometimes.
That's good. I'm glad to hear from you.
All right, it's good hearing your voice there, Chuck. Okay, moving on to the next page. All right, sitting at the table tonight. Any of those kids want to see if they can move an object? Feel free to do so, but you got to make it an illusion first before you can move that object and bring it to reality. So concentrate. Okay.
All right, I'm glad Chuck from Georgetown wanted to make sure you're all right there, buddy.
Yeah. It's good to know somebody called in and said, well, little fella didn't fall overboard.
What about old ADAT coming in here, formerly known as No Nonsense, Nonsense, ADOT Sense, ADAT Sense. He's Adrian.
Mm.
You say his last name was Thomas or Westfield? What'd you say? I don't remember now what he said.
Just Thompson.
I just know him as ADAT.
ADA Thompson.
ADOT.
Okay.
Anyway, he came in here. He's got that thing going on up here, the benefit concert for Destiny Community Fellowship Church.
Mm-hmm.
It's on, and it's just from 2 to 6. You know what you could do this Saturday, Matador? You could go. Next Saturday the 6th, you could go to the Boys and Girls Club up here for the outdoor concert. It's gonna be 7 or 8 or 9. Tamithia.
She's gonna be up there this week.
Tamithia, she'll be there.
Tamithia.
A bunch of others. Kiki. Reggie Trevon Wellington, One Pulse,
Kiki,
Mercer.
Tamithia.
Mm-hmm. Zero Doubt. Remember our brother, his wife works over here?
He's going to be up there, too.
Zero Doubt will be there. Anyway, former nonsense is A.Sense.
We're speaking a whole different language here. What do you do?
I don't understand either. Formerly nonsense. He's got a hit single, Wonderful Life. Remember we played that? We'll do it again here in a couple of weeks.
Ain't no doubt in my mind.
We're going to have games, prizes, food, and music. All proceeds go to help towards Destiny. Destiny Community Fellowship.
Cool.
And he wants to help them out because they help out a lot of people. So a lot of people donating their time and energy. But what I was saying was on the 6th, that's not this Saturday but the next Saturday, you can go over there from 2 to 6. Then if you get tickets to win tickets to the Tom Christmas concert band, the Elvis tribute we're giving away down in Chattanooga at the Alhambra Shrine Temple, Matador, then you could go down there. Then you could turn around and come back to Cleveland and go to Pokey's and see Convertible.
That's what I'm talking
Convertible
about.
will be there from 10 o'clock on, so it's going to be a big day. A lot of stuff going on. FRO Daddy, you're live on Whoop.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, Zip.
Hey, Zip.
Hey, it's Sid. Don't call me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sid.
I got to come here and whip your
Sydney.
What's the matter, you Matador?
I slipped it. I've been around FRO for the last 2 hours. You know, things begin to wonder. Okay. How you doing?
All right, Sid, what can we do?
Got off from work.
God, you doing
you
OT.
working late, huh?
Wow.
Are you ready for the sale?
Let me take you out with a song in a little while.
What'd you say?
Let me take you off the air with a song in a little while. I think you'll be surprised.
You going to take us off?
No. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I see we got any moonshine in the refrigerator.
Well, this.
Song at the very last minute.
All right, well, call us back here in about 8 or 9 minutes.
About 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you, like it.
Bye. Matador Sid's got another song. He wants to take our show off today, and of course, so did a lot of people. Where did you go? Hey, Matador, I forgot to tell you, Miss Norma. Oh, I did tell you yesterday. Miss Norma brought you some sodas from Jamaica. Man, you got the crabs? What's going on?
Oh, it's
She's
just
scratching you.
shrinking. You get old, you start shrinking.
Is that why your clothes are too big?
Yeah, because I'm shrinking.
Hey, me and you ought to go as
Hey,
a...
the shrinking man.
Hey, you know what we ought to do, Matador? Me and you could dress up like as one person, and your head could be like coming out of my belly.
No, for I like to act like I do have a little common sense. You won't. You would step all over it and push it out in front of oncoming traffic.
Hey, what if you get on my shoulders and we get a big long coat, and you get on my shoulders, and I won't, nobody will even know I'm there. I'll just walk around. And you'd be like, instead of tall Betsy, you'd be tall Blackie.
Well, what about a horse in the tail? That wouldn't be a good match, neither would it.
Unless you want to be the tail.
I wouldn't be much of a tail. I'd be kind of lost.
Well, you'd be kind of small. It'd be like you look like a hyena with our ass under our tail.
I would really not be a good horse built. Okay, so we'll forget that.
I watched the worst show yesterday. I love animal shows, and it was Call of the Wild or something, and it showed these African tigers, lions, and the males, they travel along, and then they find a harem of, where there's an old male's been there for a while, and then the young one will go in and run him off, and then he kills the babies, the little baby lions of all the mamas that had the babies, and then he has this. That's his harem. And then he hits them all, and then they have his babies, and then they raise them. And that's nature's way of making sure that the stronger genes carry on, And I'm like, I don't care. I would whip that cat for killing that little baby. That little kitty was just sitting there looking at it.
And he
was
bit his head off.
Oh, look, it's my daddy, I think.
Tore his head off.
Just crunched his skull.
Cruel.
And the poor thing, and then half of them didn't even kill him. He was just sitting there barely moving. I said, boy, I would pop a cap in that damn cat's ass.
Yep.
That's terrible.
Animals, they have their laws, too.
Animal world is hard. It's hard.
Well, I'm falling more and more for the turtle man. He's really... He's running into some nice-sized turtles.
You see him yesterday. He caught, or the day before, he caught. The girl called him because she had a snake in her barn, and Turtle Man found poop in the horse's food, and it was possum poop. And he said, "You got a possum in here," so he got the possum and the snake.
Hey, boy, he a bad boy.
The other day he was. The other day he was teaching this old redneck, big old boobed white girl how to catch turtles, and she had this tank top on. And those things were big old hang. Looked like an old sow hog out there walking around her hand and knees, and had her in that muddy water. Like, let me show you how to do it. Get in this water, and you can see his helper over there going.
Yeah, both of them. That's a heck of a team. Them boys, I'm telling you, they run into some country that ain't never been explored yet up in Kentucky.
Well, I tell you
But
what.
everybody loves a turtle, man. He's fighting his way further down south, and everybody's giving him a standing ovation. The turtle man.
Let's call the Fetcher farm out here and see about this pumpkin chunking corn maze going on, the river maze. I believe we called them last year. Nobody brought us a damn pumpkin or anything.
All right.
Yeah, Fetchers.
I'm getting hungry.
I hope they don't listen to Whoop.
Butter.
The river maze is Diane.
Hey,
Diane?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Diane, is this the Fetcher farm, the river maze?
It is.
Well, Diane, this is FRO Daddy. I'm calling live on Whoop Radio 99.9. Have you ever heard of us?
Yes, I have.
Whoop. Hey,
Talked about it. Just talked about it on the way home from school.
you talked about it today?
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about?
Well, a friend of mine had a person working for you. Had a friend working for you, doing some talk.
Doing some talks.
Yeah, some DJing or something.
DJ.
Down here? Matador, do you know them?
No. Were they Caucasian?
Probably.
Okay.
You don't see a lot of black farmers.
Oh, okay.
Well, Diane, I think the river maze is the thing I'm thinking of is if you go out up 64 Highway and right when you go across the Hiwassee River,
Ocoee.
I mean the Ocoee, it's right there on the left as you go across the bridge down in that gully.
That's
Okay.
it.
And y'all had like pumpkin chunking and corn potato guns and mazes. What else going on?
Well, we got corn cannons.
Yeah.
Where you shoot
Corn.
your corn out toward target.
Can you shoot your partner standing right next to you with it?
I'd probably knock his dentures out.
Tried that yet.
He needs to get him some corn in the rectum.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Well, we're just kidding. I won't shoot him that close. I'll let him run out in front of the field.
Okay. And y'all events are going to be starting pretty soon. Is this where you get on the this caravan? I mean, not a caravan, a wagon that takes you out in the field and you pick up a big pumpkin?
Yes.
Okay, and then you have...
We're proud of our pumpkin patch.
Hey, we
Well,
need
how
to,
did the pumpkins turn out this year with all the water
you got
that
any
we
big
had?
ones?
Yeah, we got some really good ones, I think.
Hey, hey,
I'm
Diane.
going to let you talk to my husband because he's right here.
Oh, what's his name?
Joe.
Fetzer.
Joe Fetzer.
Joe.
Okay, Joe.
All right.
Okay, hang on.
All right.
Joe.
You don't want to talk to me anymore.
Well, she seemed
Hello?
to...
Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Joe, it's FRO and Matador.
I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing. I've been on an old combine. I didn't understand.
Joe!
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Hey, it's FRO
FRO
and the Matador.
and the Matador.
Yeah, from Whoop Radio.
From where?
Whoop. WOOP 99.9.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we're down here in the Village Green Town Center, and I said, we got to make a phone call here before we leave at 6. And I said, let's call this Joe and Diane out there at the River Maze and tell us what all's going on.
Oh, we got a whole lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
We got pumpkins, we got water wars, we got corn cannon, we got hay rides, we got bonfire for groups, we got food, we got a pavilion, new pavilion, restrooms, building the farmer's market shed, just a whole lot of things.
Joe, would y'all have pumpkin pies sitting to the side?
Do what?
Would y'all have pumpkin pies?
No, we don't have. We might get the lady to cook some pumpkin pies, but we don't have them on the agenda yet.
Matador
Okay.
just all he cares about is food. Can you eat
Well,
some of the corn from the corn
I
cannon?
guess you want some ice cream on that too, don't you?
That sounds very good.
And a dollop of Cool Whip.
Mm.
I could understand that.
Oh boy,
If you want to come out, we'll see what we can do.
that sounds pretty good for that invitation.
Hey Joe, how much is it for everybody to get in?
Well, it's eight and 10, $8 for 12 and under, and 10 for 13 on up.
Okay.
And you're going to be out there for, what, a couple of hours?
Do what?
You'll be out in the fields for, what, at least a couple of hours? Riding around?
Oh, yeah, you got plenty to do.
Okay.
Plenty to do. There's corn dogs up there. There's animals to see.
Oh, Lord, Matador's on his way.
Ball down there to play. We've got a loco maze. Got a soybean maze. That's some of the things I didn't mention a while ago.
Soybean.
What about a pumpkin chunkin'?
A pumpkin chunkin'?
Yeah, where we...
No, we're not going to do that one. Unless, you know.
That's disrespectful
no
for the pumpkin.
Pumpkins, we got pumpkins to sell now. They cost too much to grow to just be thrown.
Yes, sir. I agree with that.
How much is a good-sized pumpkin this year?
We size them by size. We're real reasonable on them. Not like the store or less, and you can come out here at the farm and pick your own if you want to, or we got a pick.
So if you pick your own, how much are they?
About $15.
Well, it depends on the size of them.
Like a normal, like a basketball size one, like people would put on their kitchen table.
That's $8.
Basketball size, probably. What is a basketball size?
What's that, about a medium?
About $3 or $4, something like that. $3 probably.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
What about the biggest ones you got? How much are those? And
those are enormous.
It'd have to be an awful big pumpkin to be $8 or $10. It'd have to be a really big one.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, because in the store they're like $5 or $6, and there's little old bitty things.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay to get in just to go buy you a pumpkin, though, do you?
No. If you want just to ride a hayride down there, why you just pay for a hayride and go pick a pumpkin and then pay for the pumpkin. Or if you want to just get pumpkins up there at the shed, why we sell you a pumpkin there.
Oh, okay. Hey, we need to get y'all to, if somebody wants to come down here and visit us on the radio show here in the next few days, we'll maybe bring some tickets or coupons or something to give away. Somebody will call in and win free, and we'll have a contest, maybe give away a pumpkin or do something crazy, and we'll help promote it for you.
Okay.
We'll
see.
Yeah, do you know where we're located?
Yeah, I know where you're at. You're in the village, what I call the village. I'm a youngster, you know.
Yeah, that's the old village.
Yeah.
In the village there.
We're right there. We're right there on the end behind the Village Bake Shop and Bald Headed Bistro, that fancy restaurant. We're right next to the outdoor seating.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get a chance, bring us a couple of pumpkins and a coupon or just something, and we'll sit here and talk about what all you've been doing, how you got into it, and how long you've been doing it, and how long it's open, and we'll give out all the times, and we'll have somebody call in and win them.
Sounds good to me.
All right, come by. Good. Hey, anytime between anytime after between 3 and 4:30, we're open for anybody to walk in. 3 and 4:30.
3 to 4:30.
Yeah, anytime in there, just drop in.
Yeah, Joe, come on down. We're here for you.
Any particular days?
Anywho?
Particular days?
Yeah,
no, I think if you come on in on a Friday, I think that'd be refreshing to go up that Saturday and get all they could.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Whatever. Any day is convenient for you. Come on by.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, Joe, y'all have a good one.
All right, Joe.
Good luck with the river maze.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Boy, that pumpkin pie sound awful good.
Trying to get you a free pie, damn it. You just keep
just
babbling.
hold your little britches. We're going to get one.
Hey. You won't be. I've invited them every year. They ain't never showed up.
Boy, I've got a relative that can make them.
Make what?
A pumpkin pie. Sweet potato pie.
Shut your mouth.
I ain't jiving.